Hi, welcome back and welcome to another reading. A couple quick announcements for you before we get into this read, and there will be timestamps below if you'd like to skip past this intro. But if it's your first time around, I would like to just touch base with you on a few points here. First things first, if there will be an extended reading for this video, the link to that will be in the description box. The extendeds are available on Patreon. That's where they're typically posted. But if there's no link there, then there's no extended for this one, and we covered everything that we were meant to talk about in this one video. So my approach, what I'm asking for is information that needs to be known, things that need to come out, and that can sometimes be good, and we welcome that. We look forward to that. We hope for that, I should say. And sometimes what needs to come out is something that is not necessarily fun, but it's something that's beneficial to you and will be helpful for us to have some kind of dialogue about it, to the end of helping you understand how you can work with the energy by bringing awareness to those topics that aren't necessarily fun. Anything else I'm missing here? We talked about the extended, we talked about intentions. Also, if this video helps you in any way, shape, or form, or if you just enjoy it, I would really appreciate, and I encourage you to just give the video a like. No pressure to comment if you'd rather not, but share the video if you'd like, or give it a like. It would do great things to increase the likelihood that this video will be recognized, yes, and also recommended to someone else who it could help. So that being said, let's get a couple shuffles and we'll get into this reading. Thank you for your patience, by the way. Some of you may be listening to Christmas carols. If you don't celebrate Christmas, then the message in particular, I'm hearing tidings of comfort and joy. That's in the song God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Super specific, maybe way out of left field, but yeah, it is that time of the year, so holiday parties, lots of drinking as well. People are inviting you to a lot. I get that there's also a lot to celebrate here. There's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot to be happy about. Cheers. Okay, you could be giving a toast. Let's celebrate success. There's also something here about grilled cheese. But Three of Cups is really, really nice to start with. So it's definitely a time of cheer, a time of indulging. There's a fire sign from your past. That's the topic of conversation that you maybe want to come together with, or reach some kind of understanding, reach some kind of common ground. This person Could be an Aries, could be a Leo. But it's hard. It's hard because it's harsh. Or maybe you've already moved on. Or I don't want to say it like that. Maybe you've already moved forward. Is it Fallout Boy? I'm hearing thanks for the memories. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so good. But here, it looks like there were some good memories here. You know, and typically with this time of year, I know it sounds a bit cliche, but this is just what happens. Even if you don't celebrate any of the holidays around this time, your paths may cross with people from your past, people who you used to have relationships, as people come back into town, as people are visiting their families, and you know they're yeah, I'm hearing something here about your old stomping grounds. There's an air sign that's giving you a lot of love. Big Aquarius energy. But is it real love? Or is it fake love? You can always tell the difference. You can always tell the difference. Beware of people trying to walk back into your life or trying to get you to participate in things. I just get that someone may have ulterior motives, or the way that they are presenting themselves. There just might be more there than meets the eye. I'm not encouraging you to be paranoid. I'm just saying that you should keep your wits about you, and you should make sure that you're clear on what their intentions are. Make sure that you really understand what they're trying to do. I just don't want you to be used. You know that song that's like, I don't want to be used, darling, you're too hard on me. So a few songs came through in this first part of the read. You know, if you feel so inclined, check those out. But that was all just intuitive. So now I'm gonna change the camera angle, and we'll grab your clarifiers and take our time as we talk about what's here. Hold on. Hi, welcome to part 2 of your read. So let's pull your clarifiers first, and then we'll get to talking a bit more. the Emperor, Three of Pentacles, So, there's a bit more we need here, actually. Not these, but let me just get these out of the way for a second. Oops. Set those down for a moment. And, oh, there's another one that fell here on the ground. One more. Thank you. So we got speculation, Jupiter and Cancer. We got flattery. This is Venus and Gemini. And we got indecision, which is Venus in Libra. Let's go through these here first, as they have, if anything on these cards sticks out to you, this may be a sign that it's your read. So I like to just kind of lead with these. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. The letters A, B, and C, someone could have in their first or last name. Fear, Taurus. The letters G, H, and I. How do you do the things that you do? Love, haters, pleasure. The number 9, green eyes. Leo, the number 5, Libra, you're just too good to be true, call me. So, all right, Pisces, let's get started. Starting out here with the 3 of Cups. So it's a time of coming together. There is a cause for celebration here. There's something that's making you feel pretty good, pretty satisfied. It could be a person or the memories of a person if they're no longer with you, if they're no longer in your life. And I think that you think fondly on the times that you had with this person. There is someone that you maybe miss here. And quite a bit of work has gone into moving forward, because there's a shift that has happened here when it comes to your attention and when it comes to where you're putting your energy. And when I say that there were good memories, which is something I mentioned in the first part of the video, I now find myself having doubts, because we know that if enough time passes by, we tend to romanticize the past and to make it seem not as challenging as it was at times. We forget those awkward moments. We forget those moments where we felt out of place, or where we forget those things that really didn't work. either for you or for them. And that's a whole thing that a whole other conversation that we can have, because you could be going through the same situation with someone, you could be working at the same place, you could both be in a relationship, you could both be there, but the experience that you had could be completely different, especially if you're dealing with an air sign, an Aquarius maybe, or a fire sign, an Aries maybe. Anywho, your experience could be completely different. You guys could remember you could remember things much differently. So when we say that there were good times there, I think that is subjective, and that's not really a guarantee. It just really depends on how you remember it, and it's about the experience that you had. It depends on your truth. So when we say that there is a possibility that your paths could cross, that you could run into someone from your past fairly soon, or that you may want to run into someone because you find yourself missing them, try your best to remember the facts of what happened and how you felt, and you're not doing this so that you can hold a grudge. I just think that this will be helpful to you as you move forward in life, as you think about what you want to allow in your present, what you want to tolerate in your present. I do think that you're being approached. There could be a lot of offers coming your way, and you gotta really look these offers over, and it's really important that you ask questions. What are their intentions? And that isn't really a bad question to ask. I'm just thinking about that, like, how would you word that? How would you phrase that? It's just like, I would say that it looks like asking clarifying questions. It looks like asking follow-up questions when someone suggests something to you, so that you can try to understand where they're coming from, try to understand what their goal is. And you do this so you can make sure that you're aligned in that area, that you are comfortable with contributing, with giving your energy in this way, with adding onto this endeavor. Because if it's something that doesn't jive with your spirit, if it's something that goes against your principles, if it's something that you know to be wrong, you don't really want to get caught up in that. There is a question here about whether or not love is real, what real love looks like, what real love feels like, and there is a recognition, at the very least, of what fake love looks like and what fake love feels like. And I think that is a really important evolutional development that you have made here. I don't think that someone is just going to be able to come in and talk to you any kind of way, and that you're just going to follow them. And I would like to believe that, and I would say that you should resist the urge to do that. There also is the energy here of not really knowing if you can trust someone in some cases, not really knowing if they're being genuine. And this is where those clarifying questions come in. Is what they're saying to you rooted in fact, or is it being conveyed to you from a place of emotion? Do they have some kind of ulterior motive? Are they trying to enlist you or get you to help them with their lie? I think it would be best, I'm not gonna, tell you what to do, but the one night stands look risky throughout the rest of the year, so I would just caution you. I'm not saying that you're doing that, but what I am saying is that it's the one night stands are risky towards the end of the year. They're risky business. Don't fall for someone just because of the pretty words that they say or the promises that they make to you, the promises of fulfillment that they give to you. They're going to try to convince you that they're different. They're going to try to convince you that they have what you need, or that they have what other people don't, or that they're going to give you something that you can't get anywhere else. And it's not true. It's not true. So I would just be wary of any snake oil salesman trying to sell you a cure or trying to sell you a dream. Be very careful about what you buy into. The first one that came out here is the Emperor. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. If I feel this is the energy that you must get in, think for yourself. And I'm not saying that you should not listen to anyone close to you in your life, whether that's a partner or a family member that you trust, or a licensed mental health counselor, or or anything like that. I'm just saying that of course accept advice that's coming from trustworthy sources, but it's important that you also have an opinion, and that you have something that you believe in, that you have something that you would like to stand on. I think it'll make it harder for you to fall for things. Be careful of anyone who's coming along and telling you that they have the answer to all the problems that they have. Exactly what you've been looking for. Not all advice is good advice. There may be something in the Scorpio read for you. So you will have to exhibit courage. You must be brave. Because it takes balls to stand up to someone who's bullshitting you. And Three of Pentacles, again, it's here twice. The power of creativity, recognition for high quality work, be a team player. There's a difference between being a team player and being a yes man. If something is not working, I do think that you should be honest about that. It will end up being in everyone's best interest if you do that. Be that voice. I do want to, let's take a look at these three over here next. First one is Jupiter in Cancer. Speculation. Is that gonna focus? Below, the Cancerian crab, its claws outstretched, touches the alchemical circle depicting the four elements that blend in universal creation. In the center, an eye looks for opportunity. The king and queen signify marriage, tradition, and stability. In order to expand and develop their lives, people with Jupiter in Cancer feel a need to keep and develop their strong sense of family, roots, and traditions. This desire to be around and care for others may spread into work for the community at large, which may be seen as an extension of the family. Jupiter Cancerians also benefit from exploring their talent for historical research or for expanding their understanding of the past. The early family upbringing of people with the Jupiter-Cancer combination has usually been supportive and comfortable, and so they try to pass these qualities on to those surrounding them. If not inheritors of material possessions, they certainly inherit strong family traditions, and most usually both. Often people with Jupiter and Cancer receive a family inheritance that may become the basis for establishing a family business. People with this planet sign combination usually have an excellent feeling for acquiring property and for improving its value once in their ownership. Their own home may at some time be used for gatherings of a religious, philosophical, or educational nature. When this card is drawn during a reading, it encourages the questioner to look to his or her family for support and even financial help with regard to the question asked. The speculation card is also a good indication of a successful outcome to an imminent property deal. So if you've recently invested in a home or are wanting to do that, this is not advice to go out and buy a home. I won't pretend to know all the ins and outs of the housing market, but if you are someone who has bought a home, if this resonates for you, or this has been on your mind, you are going to get a good deal here, or there is an investment that you made recently that's going to end up being a really good investment for you. And from what I understand, from what I gather, with what's going on with the interest rates right now, finding a good deal, I would say, is fairly rare. So, hey, if you're selling, it might, that's an omen if I ever heard one. So, hey, it might be a good time to sell if that's what you've been thinking about doing. But again, I'm not a real estate agent. I don't know. I don't have any information on that, so please just take that with a grain of salt. Do your research. But also, just on that card as well, we were speaking about not all advice being good advice, but you should, if there are some trustworthy sources in your family that you can turn to, that maybe help you come into alignment, or they help you with they help you with finding a heading, finding some kind of direction, or with cultivating a sense of direction. You're encouraged to reach out to those people. That is certainly okay. Use your resources. They may be one of them. Discernment. So next we got here Venus in Gemini, flattery. The god Janus, whose two faces look towards past and future. Here it symbolizes the Gemini quality of talking to one person while listening to another's conversation. The spreading plant suggests the multiplicity of the Venus and Gemini nature. Venus Geminians need variety in their romantic life. If they have to settle down, they are not the best people to do this. It must be with someone as changeable as them. Friends with everyone, they can maintain devotion to one person as long as the conversation and wit flows readily. Good, stimulating conversation with loved ones and friends is of paramount importance to the people this card describes. Venus Gemini types do need, also, a great deal of freedom and tend to spread their affections. With a versatile ability to be all things to all people, there is a tendency for people with this planet sign combination to say things for the sake of winning attention. Indeed, words are of more important, indeed, words are of more importance than deeds to the Venus Geminian, and the smooth tongue and cleverly phrased compliment may become a well-used and manipulative talent. Never averse to telling little white lies in order to smooth the pathway to better things, they flatter and cajole to make life more pleasing. A love for literature, art, and creative work means that Venus Gemini people seek out friends with connections in these fields. In fact, such characters probably have talent in these directions themselves. When this card shows up in a reading, it usually indicates to the questioner that a little amenable smooth talk will achieve far more in the current situation than a competitive wrangle. So there's something about the approach here. Yeah, I'm getting like business deals coming through with this. Business deals coming through with this as well. But also here, you know, the other side of this, just to kind of play off of the two faces on this particular card. As we said, really listen to what you're being told. You know, listen to those people who are trying to smooth talk you. Yeah, you know, what do they want? What are the motives there? Lastly, we got Venus in Libra, indecision. So let's see if we can get that to focus a bit better. Libra lies between the gentle perfection of Virgo and the dramatic emotions of Scorpio. The constellation of the Virgin contrasts with the sting of the Scorpion. The hourglass shows time, representing the eternal Libran dilemma in finalizing a decision. In Libra, Jesus is in the building. So in Libra, Venus is at home, as this is the sign she rules in company with Taurus. Whereas Taurus is concerned with the pleasure of material possessions, for Libra, people are of utmost importance. All Librans work hard at keeping their relationships harmonious and balanced. Sociable and popular, they do most things best in teamwork and partnerships. Environment is important to people with this personality type too. Even on a limited budget, they are able to make their home surroundings tasteful and pleasant. A love of harmony, taken to the extreme, however, can lead to a constant attitude of giving in to achieve peace. And given too many alternatives in matters of relationships, the Venus Libran will waffle interminably before making a decision. Fortunately, people with this combination usually make a very happy marriage, often with someone they can look on as both friend and lover. The social abilities of Venus Librans provide them with good opportunities for dealing with the public, and work in liaison and personnel areas could be profitable. This planet sign combination also has a very strong link with the world of music and with musicians. If this card is drawn, it suggests that the questioner has come to a stage at which decision is imperative. There has been a much dithering back and forth over an important matter, and now the time has come to be firm and take the consequences. So there is certainly a choice that must be made here, and you're making, I think, you know, more than one of them. As people are coming up to you, I get that you are being approached, but there are some pretty important decisions that you have on your hands, that it's coming close for you to choose something that you can stick by. And if it's a decision that's going to be permanent, I could certainly see you feeling the weight behind that, thinking carefully about the implications of what you choose. Yeah. This was your read. I'd like to thank you for your patience and for being here. I hope that this helped. Go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe if you'd like, join me. Join the Way Out gang. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.